Once referred to as the Rolls Royce of football, a midfielder who embodied the physicality and strength of Vieira, the flair of Ronaldo, the goal-scoring ability like Lampard, and the range of passing like the great Andrea Pirlo, Pogba possessed all the traits necessary for a long and fruitful career, but yet...
To breaking news in the last few minutes or so that Paul Pogba banned.
Paul Pogba has been banned from playing football for 4 years.
Again.
Life for Paul was never easy. Born to immigrant parents from Guinea, Pogba entered this world on Monday, March 15, 1993. Very early in his childhood, he would have to deal with the divorce of his parents. His mother, shouldering much of the responsibility during his early years, did her best to keep her sons, including Pogba and his older twin brothers and possibly his cousins, out of the streets, away from gangs and drugs and any other destructive force which would have plagued the community that he would have lived in. Understandably, this divorce would have put a strain on the relationship between Pogba and his father, but despite this, Pogba speaks fondly of the impact of his father's interaction with football and how that played a role in his love for the game.
You know, my dad used to be a coach. He used to play football before. Always had the ball at home, so I used to kick it when I was young.
It's been reported that once fashioned as Pogba's father found out or learned of his son's, love for the game, his son's talent, even his older brothers, that he encouraged and pushed them to pursue it with full heart and energy so that they could be the successful football players that he did not become. Pogba's undeniable talent in football could not go unnoticed, and at the early age of 6, he played for a small humble club, US Rossi Enbury, guys, terrible pronunciation. Years later, he would have found himself at Manchester United as one of Europe's most promising midfield talents, and went on to achieve success with the Academy's under-18s, winning a Youth FA Cup and a league title. He later moved on to Juventus, where he would undoubtedly learn from the midfield maestro Pirlo himself, Vidal, and many others. While at Juve, Pogba enjoyed the success of 4 Serie A titles, 2 Copa titles, Copa titles, Youth World Cup, FIFA World Cup Best Youth Player 2014, and in 2015, I couldn't believe this, he came 5th place for the Ballon d'Or award. Like, he was on a rise at this point. Like, everything was going up for Pogba. I'm sure he looked up and could see in the heavens, words of grandeur inscribed for his future. But if you know the movie Scarface, then you know it did not end well. And what seemed like the beginning of greatness for Pogba was the start of the first unraveling of the thread of disaster.
Oh yes, unbelievable.
I'm the one they all fear. I was the man of the year last year. Now I'm the man of the year for the second year straight, like nobody, don't compare.
Paul Pogba is a Manchester United player.
In 2017, less than a year since his record signing for Manchester United, tragedy struck for the United's talisman. Man, that word had me all tripped up. Outside of his mother, Pogba's father was very loved and cherished, and the senior Pogba was often spotted supporting his son at sporting events. And that year, particularly the year before, he was at the Euros, if I remember correctly. I think they played on Father's Day, or it was in the week of Father's Day. Homeboy had the shirt that had the inscription on it, Happy Father's Day, all these things. It was like a little moment that was going on, right? But in May 2017, just a few weeks before United's European Cup final or Europa Cup final with Ajax, his father passed away. So mentally, I'm sure he was devastated. And in my opinion, ever since that moment, Pogba's career has been like one marked with moments of extreme highs and equally extreme lows.